Hi and welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be doing track shirts for a local track team here, which actually got canceled with everything going on, but I did still end up making them and giving them to the kids. So I'm going to bring you along as I make them. I thought they turned out really good, and so I was just going to kind of do a start to finish, and so let's get started. So we start off in Design Space. I had actually bought these designs off of Etsy from a seller there. I'll link that down in the description box below. And I had already made them and adjusted them to fit the sizes of my shirt. I'll click on both of these to show you what size that they need to be. This one is going on the back right hip, kind of on the lower back. And then this one is going on the front and center. So you can see both sizes that they need to be there. I go ahead and click make it. When I'm doing screen printing, your images have to be mirrored, so make sure that you mirror your images. On that never quit, I actually did a black border. You can see that I did like a black square and cut the words out from there to kind of help with the screen printing process. I'll show that later. This is my favorite transfer tape that I found so far. I found it on Amazon. I will link it down below. This is transferring it to my screen, so make sure you varnish it really, really, really well, and then you're going to peel the backing away. Never comes off first time, so I always just go on the back of that backing paper and kind of press it back down so it transfers to that transfer paper. Well, now I applied it to my screen, and I am going to remove the transfer tape. Here at the end it kind of got a little bit sticky just because those wings on the track foot was a little bit thin, and so I had to readjust, and you can see I pulled them off right there. But I just readjusted them and made sure that there was absolutely no bubbles, so there was no ink that was going to leak through, and then I was ready to go. Varnish it really well on top of the screen. I was really worried about it, as you can tell, but I fixed it and was happy with the way that it turned out. So then you're gonna apply tape all the way where you do not want ink to go, which is around the outside of that design. Make sure you line the edges like I did right there, because ink can seep through, so that's something I did learn. Trial and error. I actually designed this, I shouldn't say design, I actually made this shirt press, and this is the first time that I'm using it. You can see that I literally made it out of scrap wood that I had lying in the garage. And so all it cost me was those two big bolts and then that little spring and then those two little eyelet screws. But you can see that I kind of have a little bit of technical difficulties with it. But all in all, I was really happy, and it helped a lot when I was trying to screen print multiple shirts. This is the second time that I've done over 10 shirts at a time, and I do not change the vinyl screen. I don't change anything. It takes one sheet of vinyl to print all of these shirts. So big, cost effective something. I don't know what I'm gonna say. Okay, let's try that again. Not cost effective. I am trying to say that it costs the same amount to print one shirt as it does to print 10 to 15, I would say 10 to 20 shirts. The only thing that changes is the cost of that little dab of ink that goes across. So it's not that expensive. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Anyway, so continuing on, I am going to start on the bottom of these shirts. So I am measuring to see where I'm going to place that never quit design on the lower right of the back of the shirt, and so I took a couple trial and errors to see where that was going to go. Anyways, now I tape it off and varnish it again as seen before. Place a teeny bit of ink. It really does not take any at all for this little design, and squeegee it over. Always run back a couple times. I don't know if that's, because I'm a creature of habit or what, but turns out so slick. I wish the quality of my video right there was just a little bit better so you could see how crisp those lines were, but alright, on to the next. don't have quite the setup for screen printing yet, so I screen print on my kitchen table, and then the shirts have to hang out to dry all around the house. I have to do it before the kids are up because Maylee will pull them all off of where they're hanging from, and that's that. So they're all over my table, hanging to dry, chairs, everything. Just like so. Here they are hanging. They're just laying out to dry. I actually did the fronts at about 5 o'clock this morning, and then did the backs at about maybe it's like 9:30 by now. And so it only took about 4 hours for the fronts to dry before I could lay them over top of themselves. There is the bottom. I wish the quality was better. Again, you can't see how well these shirts turned out, but crisp lines. I love, love, love screen printing with my Cricut machine. Now before I let you go, I wanted to go through some of the pictures that I have, some of the designs that I've created that I have on my Etsy shop. All of them are kind of like got that rustic farmhouse kind of look. And then that one's one of my favorite. I made it for my daughter actually, also that one, but they can be for adults too. That is the cutest mom shirt I've ever seen. I'm kind of obsessed with Highland cows and farm animals. This is for the S&S horseshoeing shirts that I made for S&S horseshoeing. Of course, quarantine and other cute mom shirts, dog moms, all those kinds of things. So go ahead and check that out. The link will be in the description box below. Once again, thanks for hanging out with me, and we'll see you next time.